All right, welcome back to Unraveled Gaming. So I decided to break out Lewis and Clark. I got this game some time ago, but it has a reasonably good solo version here. So briefly, we'll talk about pieces. It's kind of a hand management game. You start with 6 cards, and these are the basic cards on the bottom right. There's sort of how you know there's a starter cards for any given player. I think it's up to 5 players can play this, at least 4. Um, yeah, 1 to 5 player game. So we have the resources in the game that you can obtain are horses, the white ones, canoes are the blue ones. We have wood, fur, food, and equipment or provisions. Um, and you can obtain those by whenever you play a card. You generally you're going to do one of 2 things. You are going to either play a card, and you'll have any number of Native Americans that you'll put on there, and that will power the card. So in this case, I'd be giving it a power of 1, which means I could use the ability once. Um, the other option is to actually use 2 cards, and say I use these 2 cards, then I would be powering it once, or twice actually. If I wanted to add a Native American, I could do a third thing on the card. So basically, you can use the card's ability X number of times depending on how many times you're powering it. And I believe I am also supposed to start the game with Native American myself, so I'm going to put that in my supply. Um, and I don't think I'm supposed to start with any other supplies. I think I start with an empty category, or no supplies. So let's see. Unfold resource markers. They use the word Indian in the rulebook. I'm going to transplant that with Native American just to be a little bit more politically correct. I think this was written, I don't know, they just didn't think about that, I guess, when they wrote the rules. 12 boat tiles. Each player chooses a color, takes the 6 starting character cards. There's the encounter cards. Takes an expedition mini board. I chose the wrong color because I'm actually blue. So let me get a board that is blue. There we go. So now I have the right board that will match a little bit better. Each player takes 1 fur, 1 food, and 1 equipment from the stocks and places them on the first boat. 1 food, 1 fur, and 1 equipment. So we don't get wood. Interesting. It's been a minute since I played this game, so I figure I'll just go through the rules briefly. Okay. There's a variant for that. Scout figure. Okay, so I'm a starting player. I am playing the solo version. That's sort of the series I'm posting on the channel here. And basically, I take a normal turn. For the solo variant, you do put out these what do you call them? Like markers on the board at certain spots. And normally in a 2-player or a more player game, when you play a card, you're going to count the number of symbols. So if I play this to gain fur, then I would count these symbols, and this would give me 2 fur, and then I would look around the board and I would count all the symbols of the players to my right and left, and myself, and then I would get that many fur. So in this game, because there is no other player, it's a little different, and you are going to look at the number of Native Americans that are in the different spots on the board, and that's how many fur you will get when you take that action. These actions on the board are actually actions that are specifically for if you're using your Native American and you're putting them on the board, then that's the action that you will take. The solo player, I set it on a high difficulty level here. Every turn, he moves one space down the river. And so basically, you have that many turns to get to the end. If he beats you to the fort at the end of the game, then you will win. Then he wins and you lose. And then if you beat him, then you win. And that is, it's not overly complicated. There are some options for getting more boat space in your caravan, but I will kind of discuss those as we go through the game. So really, I'm just opening up, trying to figure out what do I want. And I have a guy I could buy here for a food and a canoe. He gets me 6 spaces down the river, which is pretty good in general. I would have to pay a fur and a. You can always purchase on your turn. The last thing you do on your turn is you could get one of these cards. That's sort of your final turn action. So the question is, what materials do I want to get? I would need a canoe, and then over here to get canoes, I need wood. So wood is not a bad deal. So if I take my fellow there and get a couple of wood, I can put that in my canoe, and I do have to pay attention to how much this fills up. So if I don't use these resources, I'm going to have to start paying time, which is basically going to keep me from going down the river as far as I could. So I want to be mindful of that. But I am going to use these two and pay them, and I'm going to grab this guy. And since I didn't spend any cards, I didn't use cards because I used my Native American there. And then whenever I purchase a card like that, these come down here, like so, and this comes out. And now we have some new options. That guy's pretty good. He gets rid of. I could theoretically get rid of 2 cards. And anytime you're paying a card, you can use a card as equipment. So if I have my fur, don't have any fur because I just used my fur. But if I gain fur, then I will have an option to get another card there. So the question is, do I want to gain fur? Right now, I'd only gain 1 fur. I kind of think I'd like to try to use this guy on this round. But right now, I'd only gain 1 fur if I was to do it. And I want to get rid of my wood. And we're doing some setup here. I'm going to have to gain some more Native Americans to really make use of this, but I'd almost rather get another one out there. Well, I can't get any more out there because I don't have any more, and you sort of have to take turns in order to get them out there. So I know that one thing I'm going to do. Oh, I forgot. At the end of each turn, he goes 1. So he goes 1. So he actually, I don't really move. I move based on various things that I do in my deck, but he moves every single turn, which means he's going to be moving pretty rapidly down that river, and so I'm going to have to catch him. It's basically a race to the end, and he could start here, which would be easy, but I put him all the way up there, making it much harder for me to start the game out, because I have to beat him by, I got to get there a lot faster. So really, I kind of want to use that. I think we're going to have to use this. I am going to have to get fur at some point. I wonder if I can get away without using equipment this round. Or this one. Because I really want to use that other river card. But I'm going to need more fur. I could get fur there. Man. a tough call. So the question is, do I want food? Do I want fur? I want to get that card eventually, but I won't be able to get it this round. And I think I'm missing a piece. There's some way a card disappears at times, and I can't remember how that works. I think it's when I use this action, it might make that card disappear, I believe. I think that's what it is. Native American Village action. Recruitment. No, not recruitment. Turn. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So if I go after these Native Americans, I won't be able to get that card, and because it'll disappear. So that's kind of a tough deal. I do. All I need is a fur. So I think I am going to use my fur card. And I'll use my... I already have food. I'm going to use my card there to power it. Or, actually, what might be better is if I use this to power it. Now I can get... and this guy's there, so I can get 3 fur that way, which is quite handy. And instead of paying an equipment to this card at the end of my turn, I can discard this one, which I'm going to do because this guy's going to basically replace him, and he's a little bit more powerful. So I'm going to do that and pay 1 fur to get that guy at the end of my turn, and then this will shift down here. And we'll get a new card, and then he will move upriver 1. Okay, so that was not bad. I'm sort of looking at these cards to see what is helpful. She's pretty good because each equipment can give me a horse, and normally it takes 3 different things to get a horse. So that's a great way to get a horse. I have to pay 3 equipment to do it, though, and that is the catch. I need 1 fur, and I would need 3 equipment. And so the question is there a way to get equipment? Before I do that, well, I also want a canoe. This is a tough choice. This is what makes the game a bit challenging, is trying to figure out how do we want to use these resources as best as possible. I want to get more Native Americans, but to do that, I'm going to have to... that card's going to disappear. That is not what I want to do. And I need equipment, and nothing is going to give me more equipment unless I power it more than 1. So if I could get up to 2 equipment with this, and then lose that food card, but I don't want to lose the food card. It gives me the only way I can get food then is via that action there. So I'd have to find another food card if I do that. But that would give me 1, 2. I'd get 2 equipment. Still wouldn't be enough. Maybe I shouldn't go after that card as much as I want to. I think I'm going to have to go recruit some Native Americans, and I definitely don't need to do it more than once, and I don't think I need more food this round. So I think what we do is we get all the folks that are there gathered, and then we bring them to my boat, and then we put a new one out here, and this disappears and these shift down. Okay, so we've done that. Now we have a few more options. He takes a turn, he moves downstream. I'm hoping to do this, but in order to do that, I'm going to have to get a canoe to functionally do that. So I think we're going to go here and pay 2 wood to get a canoe. So we'll do that, which moves him downstream, and I turn again. You can kind of see the turns for the solo opponent are just very easy, which makes it's one of the things that makes the game one of the things I like about this game. You can always rotate, shift your boat around however you see fit. I think any cards left in your hand at the end of the round are going to cost you. I'm thinking this is the one I'm going to use to get more equipment. So I think what I will do is this. I can't do it twice because I don't have enough. I really would rather have equipment, but I'm going to do that. And so I can pay a boat and a food, or a canoe and a food, and I can move 6 spots down the river. If I was able to power this twice and do another canoe and food, then I could get more. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down the river, and then he's going to move 1. I can't buy anything, so that's the end of that turn. And then on this turn, I'm actually going to. Now this is a tough question because what I can do is use my Native American to get something here. I could get 1 wood. Now I could get 2 wood because this guy's there, or I could get 1 fur. Wood is going to cost me time, so I think what I'm going to do is get a fur so that I don't have to worry about time. And then it's his turn, so he's going to do that. And then on my turn, I'm doing a go down river action. And so I have no cards in my hand, so that doesn't cost me time. I don't have anything, whoops, I have only supplies here. I don't have supplies for Native Americans in any of the places that would actually cost me additional time moving down the river. So I don't have to go backwards, and this comes back to there, but that does not take up any time based on where it is. So because of that, I actually get to move this all the way to there, and that's where I am on the river. He's going to take his turn. All of these come back to my hand. And that's how you get your hand back. So now, here I am, and I need some more stuff. So I really don't think I want this card. Now this card could get me 7 down the river, which is nice, but it costs 4. This I can interchange boats and horses. That's pretty good. I don't dislike that. I can't remember what he does. Kuskalar. He is card number 14. Sometimes I don't know the symbols on these cards, and I have to look them up in the back. And if you go toward the back of the rules, there's a little thing. Kuskalar. He's a Clatsop chief, expects to trade goods with the expedition during the winter at Fort Clatsop. He gives presents and offers women to Lewis and Clark. Offers women, that's not great. For each strength that activates this card, pay 1 horse and take into your hand a character card you choose from the Journal of Encounters, and then refill the journal in the order drawn. Okay, so he gets kind of characters in exchange for a horse here. It's not too bad. Not exactly what I'm looking for. I think what I'm going to do is use my Native American, and I really want equipment, so I'm going to go here, and I am going to grab some equipment so that I can purchase cards. That's pretty handy. And then he's going to move down the river. It's going to be tough to beat him. And man, this card may not be. It might be pretty good actually. It gets me 7 down the river if I can use it. I need equipment. I need food. I need fur. I need wood. So this can do these or that, and I could trigger it. I have plenty of fur. What I need is wood. Got rid of my wood trigger there. I've got plenty of fur this round, so I could what do I need? Wood and food. Wood and food. Alright, so we're going to need food. We have a guy there. Well, this counts for here, not for here. That's not an actual space, so I'm not getting any extra food for playing that. What do I need? More equipment, honestly. I need more equipment. So, if I was going to get more equipment, I would have to spend this, and then I have to power it. Well, I'm going to need wood as well later, so I don't want to power it with that. I don't want to lose that card. This one might be a good one this round to use. So if I was to do that, that would get me 1 equipment, 2 equipment, which actually is what I would need to do that. So I can do that for 2 equipment. And then, at the end of my turn, I actually have enough equipment to purchase this card, which comes directly to my hand. And he takes his turn. And then it is my turn again. Alright. So that comes out. Can't remember what he does. I might have to look him up. Alright. Okay, so now I'm really, ideally, if I could get 2 food, half a fur, getting equipment, would be good. I don't really care about that one. It's not bad, but I don't need it. And it would take a lot of work to get toward it. So really, getting some more Native Americans is probably next on my agenda. So we'll come back to that. I have to go jump into a meeting, and we'll see how the rest goes. Alright, here we are. Hopefully I've got my camera angled a little better. I think I was going to try to recruit some Native Americans, and what I really want to do is get, I might get 7 down the river. I doubt I'll do both those. I only need one, so I'm going to use that one. And that will recruit all of these to my barge here, and he will get to move one. And then we will get rid of this and those. All right. Okay. I forget what Sacagawea does, but I feel like it was a good one. Perform one of the village actions, whether the action location is occupied by Native Americans or not. Okay, so that's not a bad one. Now, if I'm going to try to do this, I'm going to have to get some stuff. And I also don't want to lose time on the river, so we will get let's get an equipment. That will be a turn, and then we've got fur, we need a wood, and we need food. Food, I could do this and get 2 food. I could get 3 food. But I think 2 is all I need for now. So we're going to stick with that 2. And he gets to go there. And let's see. Now I need some wood. So we'll go here and get some wood. That's a turn. And I think we're not going to be able to do this twice. We're just going to have to use that. And we'll go down the river 7. So 1 equipment, 1 fur, 1 food, 1 wood, which allows me to collect all of these over there. And we can go down the river 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad, not bad. And then, let's see, can I collect at the end of my turn, or I can't remember if I have to use a whole turn to do the collect action. Actions, okay. Let's see, recruitment, taking Native Americans, the camp, okay. Anytime during your round. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I would not have had to move the solo guy 1 space because I decided to do encampment once before. So I can encamp now, or I could take another turn. And the question with another turn is it worthwhile to do that? That's a tough call. That is a tough call. I don't think it's necessarily worthwhile. So I am not going... I'm just going to go ahead and take the encampment because right now I'm not losing any time by doing so. And I get to move my camp here, which is pretty handy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then this round, the question is, what do I want to do? I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential river spaces to move, and after that, I need canoes and such. So, this can move up to 6. This can move 7, but takes 4 things. And we have a number of cards here that are not terribly helpful. So I really kind of want to get these cards to float down a little bit. And I need to gather resources. Now I need canoes, which means I need wood. And this can give me any 2 resources, which is kind of helpful. I like that. Or I can hold 5, but I like the ones that don't cost me any time. A little bit better, but it would cost me 3 wood to get there. However, I don't think I'm going to use this round, which means that I could obtain, whoops, that's not what I want, 3 wood that way pretty easily, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to get 3 wood. Because I have 3 Native Americans there, and he's going to move 1. Alright, so that's my 3 wood. I wonder if this one's not better to use, because I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 down the river with a canoe, and then I need a horse, which is not bad. But I have to give up lots of resources to get a horse, which is a little bit rough, but we could use it. And a horse would get me into the mountain too. So 1 canoe and 1 horse would get me 6 spaces, which is not bad. And then I just need a horse to get to the mountains. So we need, what do we need? Well, we need a canoe, for sure. That is without a doubt something we need. So we are going to trade 2 of those for a canoe. And this guy's going to move a turn. All right. I'm also not using anything to get cards. This one I want to use. Do I need, and all I need is food, horses, and equipment. I'm going to need a horse. So I use that guy, and I'm going to have to get those guys back and probably use them again. I might use them for different things. I can hold 1. So if I do that, whoops, nope, we want to do this action. What are we not going to need? Well, I might need equipment. I'm planning to go down the river with that, not with this. So I think I will use this action, and we will gather all the Native Americans and pull them back to my board. And that's going to get rid of this card. Slide it down. Now, for 2 equipment, we can get a horse. We just need 5 furs with that guy. The question is there a way to get a lot of furs to get him? That would be quite handy. And we have to get a horse. So let's at least put 1 guy there to get a fur. 2 furs, rather. So that'll be a turn. We want to get 5 furs. I have a fur showing, so 1, 2, and this guy would be 3. So if I play him, I don't have any equipment. I'm going to need equipment. And I don't think I'll need food this round. So if I do that, that gets me 1, 2, 3 furs, which is fantastic. But I don't have enough equipment yet to buy the card, so he's going to get a turn. Alright, now I need equipment. So that's going to get me 1, 2, and no equipment there. But all I'm going to need is 2 equipment anyway for that one. So I'll take it. Uh-oh. Hold on. We're not playing that yet because I don't have enough stuff for it. I do need a horse though. So I'm going to go here. Let's see. We're going to have to use our 5 furs. I have to trade 3 things that I don't need, which probably a wood. I need my canoe. I could trade a fur. And I don't think I need the food this round. So I can trade a fur, a wood, and that. And I can get 1 horse. I'll do that. Okay. And then he's going to move. So he's getting through the mountains. This is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So I got my horse and I've got my canoe. I need my equipment. So let's first of all go here and get an equipment. That's going to give him a turn. Oh, we get an equipment and a wood. I think I missed that on the last one. And then I'm going to have this guy go here, powered 1. And he's going to get me 1, 2, 3 more equipment. Dang it. Nope, we don't want to do that. Let's pull back. Let's pull back. This would have gotten rid of a wood. I got that. I had moved him for that, so I won't move him after this. So really, I think what I wanted to do is do this and get 2 equipment. That's going to be what I'm going to have to do there. Because then at the end of this turn, I can trade in 5 fur and 2 equipment and get this card. Which is what I was trying to do. And then I think I wasn't supposed to move him because that would have been that. So now I have this guy. I could get an equipment. Basically, I'm setting up for next round to some degree. And I need a power of 2 to power that twice anyway. So that works. I think what we'll do is go here and get a wood and equipment, and then I moved him once more than I needed to, so I'll move him after this turn, and then I'll do this. I'll discard a horse and a canoe, and the canoe moves me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the horse moves me 2. 1, 2. And I don't believe, I think I put him back in the boat. I can make camp. And I don't believe I have any lost time, so then I can go here. And that's my turn. And I'm a little worried that I missed moving him a turn. I might be making it harder on myself, but I'm going to do that anyway. Just to make sure I'm not cheating. Okay. So, that guy's supposed to be there. Now, we're in a position where we can definitely get more Native Americans and maybe get some more stuff. I have got to get through the mountains. And the only way to get through the mountains is horses. And the only way to get horses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need basically 4 horses to get through the mountains. Unless there was a card that could get me through the mountains. And I don't see one there. So, horses are going to be the path to the mountain. Well, and actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So 3 horses would do it. So basically, I need to figure out how to get 6 equipment. That is the key, is getting 6 equipment. So if I can, let's see if I did this. That would get me 2 per action I did, 2, 4, 6. That would get me 9 equipment. Which of course I don't have room for on my board. So, that may not be the best. 2, 4, 6 equipment is what we need in order to take that action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 spaces. So if I get the Native Americans back, then I will be able to do it actually more efficiently. It's possible that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's possible that this could be an option. That's going to be a tough one, but it's not impossible. So I'm not going to play that one. I might need food. There's a remote chance I'd need fur, but it's far less because I have that other guy. So I'm probably going to go with this for the Native Americans. We will gather them. And he's going to move 1. Oh, and we lose a card here. Put that down. Which means now we need to go after our equipment. Because now, with nothing up there, it's 1, 2 times 3 is 6. So we get 6 equipment here. We're going to want to use all 6 of our equipment. So, I'm not going to do anything as far as getting a card, and we're going to go there. Alright, now, I want to get 3 horses, so I got to do this 3 times. Which means getting a canoe is going to be tough this round. That's 2, and this would be 3. So if I pay my 6 equipment, I can get 3 horses, which I am going to need to get through these mountains. So he's going to go there. Can't tell if he was already there, but I might have moved him. And we're going to pause there and come back and see what's next. Alright, let's see if we can get a turn in here. We're getting real close to not winning. Let's see. Got my horses. That's good. I have to trigger this 3 times to use all 3 horses. Which means I'm going to have to use Native Americans for that. And I will need 3 of them, which means, oh man, I'm not in a great spot here. I can go here and trade a couple of wood for a canoe that does not hurt me. Does not hurt me. It does give him a turn. Should I get a food? That would be a food. Well, I need 3 of these guys. Shoot. Well, actually, technically, I only need 2. So I could go 1 and get a food and a fur. That's not terrible. So, what can we do? If I do this, and add a couple there, that's my 3 horses. I discard them and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then I have 1 card left in my hand. I'm going to lose 2 time, 4 time. I'm going to lose 4 time. So that is no bueno. And then I am going to make camp. Well, that's why I'm losing the time, because I'm making the camp. So he is 2 turns away. I have to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 spaces in those 2 turns. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's see. Based on what's on my board, because I have to get to the mountains. I didn't really get a good mountain trip there. I'd need to get horses, which means I have to get that. Which means I need 6 equipment again. Well, that gives me 6 equipment. So for a turn, go ahead and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that. He goes there. And then I have to turn that equipment into horses. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I do this, then I can get 3 horses. Oh, yeah, because I'm paying the 6 equipment and getting the 3 horses to replace it. So that works, and now he's won the game. No, he's not. This is Fort Clatsop, so he hasn't won just yet. I'm sorry, I miscalculated. Okay, so I've got 3 horses and a canoe. If I could trigger that 4 times, I'd be in good shape. I don't think I can. Canoe and food, but I have to get through the mountains first. I technically only need this twice. So if I did that for 2. And then I did this for 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would make it pretty far. That wouldn't be bad. So let's do this for 2. Get rid of 2 horses and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Our camp was here. Yeah. All right. So he gets a turn, and then we'll go 1. So that gives me 6 if I get rid of a food and a canoe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets me all the way up there. And if I can avoid losing time, I'm not in bad shape. So, however, I either lose time for these 2 cards, or I get furs. I could, now I do have the option of, at the end of my last turn, I could purchase this card, which gives me that. And now 2 wood gets me down the river. So I could, in theory, well, I'm going to lose some time for sure, but let's get some stuff for it. So I could, that would get me 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd get me 4 furs. Or is the wood more useful? Because the other option is to get one, 2, 3 wood. I kind of think the wood is more useful in general. And then if I make camp, I'm going to lose 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 time. He goes here. And get these back. Let's see. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. Yep. Because he gets to go there and it's instant. It's sudden death at the end of his turn. So I did not do it. Yeah, I can't get there in 1 turn. I've got wood, so I could feasibly turn in 2 wood and get 2 spaces down the river, but that's not going to do it for me. So, alright, so if we reset, this is the reset if you were trying to play the game again. That was on the hardest mode. There's all my starting cards, and if I was resetting, I would just move that back and that, and I get 1, I put that there, and then reshuffle all of these, and I think we're good. I feel like there might be, nope, I got the starting card, so we reshuffle all these, and put our stuff back, and we get a fur, and 1 of these, and we could try again. And then this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He goes there, he goes there, camp goes there, and there we go. That's That is the deal. All right. So maybe I'll try again and see what happens game 2.